Hey everyone, just thought I'd make a quick little video about part of homesteading is being able to take care of things yourself as much as possible. So I have an issue with my truck. Got a Ford 250 here and I've got it running at the moment, but I was getting check engine light and I've had this little pocket scan for a while now. I actually got it when I replaced the engine on my Ford C-Max. This was a couple years ago, and it's been a good investment. They're not that expensive, so and just about anyone can use them. You know, you buy them, you plug them in, and it reads that check engine light for you and tells you what the error codes are, and you can look them up online, and it can save you a trip to a mechanic. It can save you a trip even to the auto parts store, where most of them will read your check engine light for free, but then they'll try and sell you a bunch of stuff on it. So anyway, the code that I was getting told me to check the knock sensor on the engine. Basically what this sensor does is it reads any abnormal vibrations or in the engine. Tells you something's not right. Now the code that I got said that there was actually an error, not with the sensor, but with the computer board that reads the sensor, the PCM. So I looked this up and I found a couple YouTube videos, obviously, that describe this as sometimes not being a problem with the knock sensor itself, not even with the circuit itself, but something else going on. So I'll show you what that something else is, because after watching that video I looked for it and I found it. So I'm gonna reverse the camera here so you can see. So here's my engine, it's running. I've got an inspection mirror here, you'll see why. But if you listen, you can hear a clicking sound every once in a while. Don't know how well you can hear that. There it goes. And so now let me zoom in on this mirror here. And I want you to look right, I'll put my finger right at the base there of the mirror. See if I can get a good shot for it. And when that clicking sound happens, you should see what I'm seeing. Or at least sometimes. Of course, it won't do it now that I'm filming. Oh, I think maybe saw a good one there. There we go. That was a good one. Now y'all saw that. So that's coming out of the ignition coil boot, which means that the boot is failing the insulation, and when the spark plug gets the electrical signal from the distributor cap, it's not all making it down to the spark plug. I mean, most of it is. It's still running. You can hear that the engine's running okay. It's not causing a misfire, but some of that electrical energy is going through the insulation, that boot, and arcing to the engine. Now, obviously, that's a bad thing. You know, you don't want random sparks flying around your engine, because, you know, bad things can happen. Now, it's not the end of the world. I have some time before I have to replace it. It's not like I have to stop driving my truck right away. Now, I don't want to run it into the ground. You know, certainly wouldn't want to go on a cross-country trip with it in this condition, but it tells me, you know, that it's fixable. I can get the part from my local part store, whether that's O'Reilly's or AutoZone. You probably order it through Amazon. Just replace that ignition coil and it will be good to go. Now, the nice thing is that, as you can see here, it's right in front. May not have to tear the engine apart too much to get at it to replace it, and hopefully we'll do that and it's good to go. So anyway, just another short little video. You know, these are things that, as you consider homesteading, The more you can do yourself, not only the more cost savings you have, but the more time savings you have. Because if I had to take this in to a mechanic, I'd probably have to leave it there. I'd be out of the truck for, depending on how quickly he could get to it, 2-3 days, maybe longer. And if I take it to a dealership, then who knows? I mean, this is a simple repair that I can do. It's well within my capability. It may not be within your capability yet. I encourage you all to try new things. Try things that are outside of your comfort zone, things that you've never considered yourself able to do before. And most of the time that I find anyway, things that I consider that I'm not able to do are only because I've never looked into trying. Okay. So like homesteading, you don't know what you can't do until you try to do it. Sometimes that's going to push you into areas of discomfort, but that's good. That's how we grow. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Short and sweet. So until next time, God be with you all in all that you do. And remember, keep the faith and keep up the fight. Take care.